Hi, I'm Erik Linask. We're here in Fort Lauderdale at ITEXPO 2017. Joining me from Temasys is Chip Wilcox. Chip, thanks for being here. Great to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Erik. Thanks for having me over.
So, we've talked a number of times, and you've talked with other folks at TMC as well, and about kind of the hype around WebRTC, but really it seems like the hype is turning into reality.
Yeah, I think especially in the last 6 to 9 months with Temasys, we've seen people move from kind of wondering what the technology is, wanting to be able to understand and define it, to now actually being able to use it and actually embed the audio and video and data transfer capabilities that it offers into applications that they're building. And the people that are working with us in particular are looking for that process to be as easy as it can be. And they're also now realizing that you can only do so much with WebRTC by itself. Having a full platform with nice SDKs in front of it and turn service built in, a media server capability built in is actually really important. And so we've benefited from that realization in the marketplace, and that's been a nice thing.
So how is that? You said you've benefited from it. How is it impacting your business?
Well, we basically doubled our what I call enterprise segment customer base in the last quarter of 2016. And obviously that's helpful both from a revenue and an audience perspective. But for me, again, it tells the story of the process we were going through and waiting for the market to arrive and seeing people adopt that capability. I think there is this business transformation trend that's happening, and brands and businesses are looking for more ways to engage their customers and more effective ways to engage their customers inside of whatever digital experience they're offering. We make it extremely easy for them to bring real-time capabilities into their applications, and I think that is the biggest selling point for us. So part of it was waiting for the market to arrive, knowing you had a great product. Now it's about watching people use the product and doing so in ways that I perhaps never could have expected as well. So we have things happening in the telehealth space or e-learning space, which one could predict based on how they've used video technology in the past. Now customers are building really unique solutions in those areas, powered by WebRTC, which lowers their cost base, faster time to market, a lot of other benefits. And then we've got other customers that are doing things I never would have expected. One of those I think we may have mentioned before is Tap to Speak out of Phoenix, where if you've ever given a presentation to a large audience and you want to have a Q&A session afterwards, you've got people falling over themselves to get to the aisles, or nobody is asking questions except the guys who are near the microphone. They've actually turned the mobile device that the audience has into a microphone, and their solution allows the moderator on stage to take questions from the audience. And that capability, the real-time audio piece, and the ability to connect that audience with each other and with the moderator is powered by us, which, again, this was one of those things where it's like, why didn't I think of that? So pretty cool stuff.
Note to self, that sounds like it could be useful in some of our sessions here. What about Microsoft? Let's talk about Microsoft a little while. They have announced support through Edge for WebRTC. What does that mean?
Well, first of all, it's exciting to see these players come finally with the solution that everybody wants, which is to put this WebRTC support into the browser. I think the question is, are they supporting the full standard? And in this case, they've rolled out support for audio and video, but not for the data channel. Now, that will come, I'm sure, at some point. I trust that they'll get that right eventually. That leaves a large segment of the audience that's still using older versions of Microsoft's web browser, and those upgrade cycles are typically very long in the enterprise. And we've certainly found that our solution for making WebRTC work in those browsers still has a lot of legs, and there's still a lot of customers out there who need that support, and we're happy to provide that. And again, even with the Edge transformation and adoption of WebRTC, we'll support the gap. So where there's no data channel support, we'll provide a shim that allows that to work through our own solutions. And the same thing with Apple. Apple will eventually get WebRTC support into Safari via WebKit. How that impacts mobile devices and whether or not you could do a native web app for iOS that allows you to use WebRTC, I don't know. But we still have the best, I think, SDK for iOS out there as far as providing these capabilities.
So you talked a little bit about where you've come and where the market has come. What do you see looking ahead, in the next year?
Well, my hope is that the trend will continue. I think that there's a lot of value, of course, in bringing richer communication experiences into applications. I think that the more businesses are dependent upon their apps on iOS and Android or the web or their websites to engage with customers, whether it's in a chat box and you need to escalate to an audio call or a video call, in an app where you're putting the opportunity to close a deal or talk to a customer right there. I think that's a trend that's only going to continue. And I use the example of my kids now as well. They're old enough that I can talk about them in public, and they're 12 and 8. They're using video chat all the time.
Absolutely.
No, and I didn't grow up with that capability or ability, and I'm uncomfortable with it today, but I think in 10 years, everyone's going to have that expectation that I need to talk to someone, I'm going to click on the video button, and it should just work. So in the long run, that's what my vision sort of tells me we're going to see.
So, in the framework of that vision, what does that mean for the market participants? Does it mean you try the players try to kind of survive until that that peak, until you get closer to that peak, or?
Well, again, I've seen still some more M&A activity in our space this year. There's been some consolidation.
Sure.
There will always be new players coming in, and I like Amazon Web Services. I believe that competition is good. I think that the people like us who've been around for a while and have hung on are now starting to see the benefits of the bets that we made 2 years ago. We need to keep innovating as well. And that means being able to figure out, well, where is the IoT world going? Mm-hmm. And how does what I'm doing play well with those activities? And we're starting to look at those things now. It means continually to upgrade the performance and the improve the platform from a quality perspective. As amazing as we think it is, it can always be better. And I just think that now it's about scaling that particular business. So.
Excellent. Well, Chip, thanks as always for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks very much. Look forward.